I'm doing things a little bit differently. Also, this is probably the video you've been waiting for. Evaluations coming right up. Hey there, it's Grace. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you are new. Thank you for being here. So, about that statement, I do things differently. Most people who know me would probably say, yeah, so what about that is new, Grace? And they would be totally correct. But I still have to explain kind of like what's going on in today's video. Because today I'm giving that last rating that I do with each new pen I unbox, the value rating. And if you've watched any of my pen videos, you'll know at the end of every single one of them I say, I can't give the pen rating, I have to give it over time. So today is the day. The one thing that you've been waiting on, I'm gonna do. So that is it. My thought had always been to combine them all in one video. So I have about 7 pens that I'm going to be rating, given that value rating. And for those who are not familiar, whenever I unbox a new pen, I rate my pens according to a scale. I didn't create the scale. I'll tell you more about the scale and what they entail later. But I purposely leave out the rating of the last of those 6 evaluations I give each new pen because I believe that I can't know its true value. Remember, it's only to me without using it over a period of time. That to me will be the true test of the purchase and the value I think it adds to my collection and my overall experience with the pen. So as you can tell, I need to make sure that you know this is totally subjective. Alrighty, enough talk. Let's get to the overhead. Let's just do the overhead. Okay, these are the pens that I have added to my collections, like I said, over the last 6+ months or so. And it is over time in use that I feel will give a better framework for the value I assign to each one of them. The whole thing has really fascinated and captivated me. I am so about the data, y'all. Oh my goodness, I'm so about the data. So each time I filled out a pip sheet, and if you don't know about that, I'll put a link up in the corner so that you can go and watch that video. Each time I filled out a pip sheet, this is always in the back of my mind. What's that value about? What's that value about? So I can't wait to share my thoughts and read your comments and your thoughts about if you have any of these pens. What do you think of the pens that you have? Before I start, I just want to recall exactly what I do each time I do a pen evaluation. I talk about its uniqueness. I talk about ease of use. Number 3 is the feel in the hand. Number 4 is style. Number 5 is writing experience. And then number 6, I do not usually assign a value rating to that. If you go back to watch all my new pen day videos, I always never fill that one out. I just never fill there. And the value is value for money spent. And this is all subjective. And I cannot stress that enough. This rating is totally about my personal experience of the pen. And boy, was I right about wanting to wait to assign this rating. And that's because I feel that our initial anticipation and enthusiasm that's flooding our systems, that comes in when we open the box, yes, and we see that pen for the first time and the feeling it brings up, all of that heightened excitement, it fades over time. Then we really get to know the pen we have in front of us, the pen we choose to pick up ink and use. A couple of things before we start. I will be including the price for each pen, the general selling price, plus also the price I paid for the pen. I don't mind sharing that with everybody. The other thing, know that in no way am I equating value to money. It's not that simple. It just isn't. But I am cognizant and definitely aware that combination can influence our perception, however large or small. that it might be. And let's get on with the first pen. The first pen I want to talk to you about, I'm only going to touch briefly on it because this is the one I got in an August, the August Ink Flight. Ink Flight is from Ink Journal. This pen retails for, let me show you the pen. This pen is the Ferris wheel press Carousel. Let's get you that. And it retails for $15. And as I said, I didn't buy this myself, so I don't have an official price to tell you about, to give to you. My opinion, however, sad to say, I don't know that's even cracked up to be a $15 pen. Did I just say that? Yes, I did. Okay, so let me tell you what happened. The barrel cracked, the feed leaked, and there you go. That's what happens every time. If I'm not careful, it'll just unscrew itself. And that's the problem with that is I don't know if you can, let me see. Can you hear that? And that's because, let me see if I can find it. It's cracked right there. And so there's no grip anymore, and that's what happens. I am to say that I am thoroughly disappointed with this pen. It doesn't even, doesn't even. Now, granted, this could just be a one-off thing that I got a lemon pen, and I fully understand that might be the case, but I'll kind of leave that right there. So this rating, unfortunately, this rating is a 1. I don't know that I've ever given anything, any pen or pen pairing, a rating of 1, but that's not good enough. That's not good. Now on to more pleasant things, because for the most part, thankfully, I had more positive experiences with each of these pens that came into my collection. First one I'm going to talk about is dun, 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 the Visconti Mirage Mythos Apollo. This is the Visconti in brown. Look at that beauty. You can guess what that rating will be. I purchased this pen in August of 2023. I purchased it for $160 USD. It now retails for between $159 and $165. So the price is still in the same vein. I love this pen. Absolutely love this pen. It is so cool. This pen has the medium nib on it. I hadn't started using, let me see if I can find, put that over here. I remember that I hadn't started using the pen rating system yet, but, because you don't see it down here at all. But I wanted to include it anyway, because this is a cool pen. Let's see if we can let's do this instead. Alrighty, let's get you out of the way. That's a little bit better. Okay. As you can see, the pen, oh my gosh, I inked it up with Diamine Ancient Copper, and I wrote with it for 2 months, y'all, for 2 full months, because I loved the pen, and I loved the ink in the pen. It was like a dream pairing. I love this pen so much. I love the ink so much. So even though I'm not here, I'm going to give this a value of 9. I was contemplating going and writing all the others in here, but I don't remember what I said. I know I could go and look at the video, but I just decided I'm just going to put the valuation in here. So the value of this, I give this pen for money spent and usage over time, 9. Really, absolutely wonderful. Next pen up is my TWSBI Indigo Blue with bronze. Did you know I like a TWSBI pen? Maybe you do. Anyway, this actually is currently inked right now for the month of March. But it is so, I just love this pen. It is so, this is a, TWSBI Indigo Blue with bronze trim. So beautiful. And it's a broad nib. It has a broad nib on it. This is my first broad nib pen. I have a fine, a medium, two fines and a medium, and now this is the broad. I purchased the pen in August. I purchased just before I went on a trip, and I took it with me anyway. I purchased it for $50, and that's how much the pen retails for regularly anyway. Initially I inked it up with Diamine Blue Velvet. I want to show you. I have my pip sheets here. Where is this one? I've inked it up with Diamine, as you can see. Inked it up with Diamine Blue Velvet twice. Once in September and once in November. So absolutely loved writing with this nib. I realized that this nib, the broad nib with a wet ink, I needed to change how I wrote with it. And how I wrote with it, I'm a cursive person. I write, my regular handwriting is cursive. I needed to write in block letters so that the performance, the writing experience could be better. Although, as you can see, I did do block letters for there. That's what I kind of, it's so beautiful, this ink. We're not talking inks. We're not talking inks. Don't look at the ink. Just look at the pen. Yes, we're just looking at the pen right now. The performance, once I figured out how to use TWSBI, this particular broad nib with this particular ink, this, oh, so good. But then again, I kind of love it, TWSBI. So there is that one. The rating I would give this one, let's see, do I have that here? I don't think I have that here. I thought I did that. Did I not do one for that? Oh no, I didn't do that one for that because this pen, this rating, I didn't start the rating yet. I will give that a 9. That, because TWSBI, love me a TWSBI. Alrighty, the other pen that, I'll leave that here. The other pen that I don't have a page for, this is the second time I didn't complete one, third time rather, didn't complete one for this pen evaluation, is this little cutie. The Wancai Mini, Majohn. Just the fact that when I got this pen, I got two, one in clear and this one here, and I haven't ever used the clear one. Because I really, really enjoy writing with this pen. Now remember, this is the one that opens up like that. And there you go. That is finished. This is the Wancai Mini Blue. It was a medium nib. I purchased it in August as well. That's why we don't have a pen evaluation for it. For $17 on Amazon. And it still retails for between $15 and $22. So you can still get. I haven't seen this one. I haven't seen this one available online. When I went to check for retail prices the other day, I haven't seen this one. The Majohn Wancai Mini is available, but just not in this style so far. They might bring it back. But from all my gushing over the last 4 months about this pen, it's such a cutie patootie. It's so cute. Value for money spent? Well, guess what? Dang, it is a 10. I just think, I mean, come on, $17 and I get such pleasure out of writing with that dang pen? You know it's gotta be a 10. Alrighty, one that had, let me get to the next one. Be still my heart, oh my God. Dun, 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 dun. This is my Leonardo Momento Zero Grande 2.0 Primary Manipulation 1. What? Jonathan Brooks designed that body. Oh my gosh. I love everything about this pen. I purchased it in September, and the price I paid for it was $300 USD. It now retails from between, I was so surprised to see this, between $260 and $525 USD. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. This was definitely a splurge purchase. my pen budget wasn't fully going towards it. I had to add extra to get the pen. But I figure, you know what? I love this. I fell in love with this pen the minute I saw it online. And I didn't even see anybody use it. I was just perusing the internets and came up in front of me. There's no regrets at all for getting this pen. This pen also was the top rated pen for 2023. If I could give it a higher value, it's a top pen, that my top pen in top. When you think about the top 5, this was the top. And if I could give it a higher rating, I would. This is the most buttery smooth writing pen. Oh, so good. As you can see, let's go in just a touch. As you can see, the Uniqueness 9, it got high ratings overall. The style was a 9, and the value, I keep putting these pens over there. The value, it gives a solid writing experience, and no matter the ink I put it in, it's solid and consistent every dang time I used it. 10, you betcha it's a 10, especially if it's a top pen for 2023. It better be a 10. So let's get to the next one. Oh, the next one is this one. So I'm gonna go right to the page. I purchased this pen. This pen is the Pelikan M200 Golden Beryl. I think it's a gorgeous pen. It's a really pretty pen. I bought it with a fine nib. Purchased it in November I got it in the National Fountain Pen Day sale. I purchased it for $151, and it retails right now for $56 to $224 USD. I was so excited to get my first Pelikan pen. I really was. I'm thinking I'll start on the lower end of the scale and then work my up. This is a 200, and 200, and I was going to skip 400 and go to 600. I think I'll still do that. This is my first Pelikan pen, but the bubble dropped not too long afterwards. First mistake was I wanted to match. Now this is the Pelikan Golden Beryl, and I didn't get the ink that goes with the pen. It didn't. The sale was just for the pen, not the combination of the ink. So I wanted to match the pen with the ink. Edelstein Golden Beryl was the color, and I didn't have any, and I wasn't going to get a sample anytime soon. So I inked it up with Diamine Gold Star. That's what this is here. As you can see, you can't even see. You can't really see the writing sample. The pen gave me issues right away, and the writing experience I had for this is a 6. Initial writing experience, that is unacceptable. I just don't see why that's unacceptable. Over time, I noticed a couple of things. The pen heavily dripped all the time. This is a piston filler. So initially when I thought the pen had leaked, I thought it was because the converter cartridge wasn't seated. I can only look at the pen. I can just look at the pen and see it's a piston filler. So it's not about not seating the cartridge, the converter cartridge. There was ink. I'll insert a picture here. There was ink inside this area of the pen at the top where the clip is. There was pen outside of the feed. So if you can see, there was ink outside of the feed. I mean, it dripped everywhere. Every time I opened the pen, stuff would drip out. At one point, when I went to clean this ink, Diamine Gold Star, out of the pen, I could not get the ink out of the cap. I could not. Oh my goodness! I could not get the ink out of the cap. Despite all of this, I thought maybe that was a one-off between Gold Star and the pen. So I inked it up in December, and I inked it up with, let me see if I can remember. I inked it up with Pannonia Ink Lab K01, K010, whatever, K10, let's call it that one. And I inked it up with that, and it still gave me issues. I have never had other pens that gave me this much trouble, and I certainly was not expecting it from a Pelikan. I just wasn't expecting it. Third time's a charm, right? So I went in again and I thought, no, I'm going to make sure that it works. I took everything out. I actually inked it up for January with this is the pip sheet for the Golden Beryl, with Diamine Bucks Fizz, one of the Inkvent calendar inks. Say that 3 times fast. And if you can read there, I did not get to write with the pen. Flow was non-existent. I dumped the ink and I filled it up instead with Diamine Earl Grey. I think it's Earl Grey. What did I ink it up with? I think it's Earl Grey. It's the standard. If it's different than Earl Grey, I'll put it up the name of the ink on it. I used, and guess what? Still the same issue. I just was not having a good experience with the pen. I actually don't think the pen itself is a bad pen. I don't know. Okay, let me rephrase that. I don't think a Pelikan M200 Golden Beryl is a bad pen. Let's put it that way. I think this one is not necessarily the best. And I keep saying I want to sell it. I don't know how I can sell it if there's issues with it. This might just be retired. I don't know. So know that the value rating is based on my experience with this pen. 3 inks. The value rating I'm going to give this one is a 3. I just can't give it any higher than that. I can't even get to the 5 rating on this one. For my money spent and the usage over time, I can't give it higher than that. The rating, remember, the rating is about my valuation, not the pen necessarily. I don't know if this is a dud or something, but yeah, that's it. All right, the last pen I'm going to evaluate is the Monteverde Super Mega Carbon Fiber with an Omniflex lid nib. I love this pen. My gosh, love this pen. This is such a gorgeous thing. Did I let you know that I actually love this pen so much I bought 2 of them? I mean, literally. I got this one also for National Fountain Pen Day. 2 weeks later, I bought the same pen. How in the world did I not realize that I bought the same pen? The first one hadn't come in yet, which was just like, anyway. As I said, I purchased this for National Fountain Pen Day. The price I paid was $95. Right now it retails for about $149 USD. Although, funnily enough, when I was looking at pricing just before I started this video, on Amazon, this pen is listed for $50. But the only thing with that is it's listed with an extra fine nib. No other way to get any other nib. So if you like an extra fine and this looks really good to you, go to Amazon and get you this pen because it's there. Anyway, I love this pen. When I got it, I was coming into the realization that girthier pens work best with my hand. My grip is really tight and my hand tires quite easily. And I know that's because for 18 plus years, I was sitting at a sewing machine, just doing this, pushing the forward or following the fabric forward when I was a quilt artist. So now holding this pen, because it's a little bit girthier than say Vanishing Point Decimo, I don't grip, my finger doesn't grip so tightly. So, which means I can have longer writing sessions with this pen, which is kind of cool. So the value rating, let's see what I have here. The value rating for this pen, look at the value, look at all of that stuff. Uniqueness is 9, ease of use is 9, feel in hand is 10. That's when I started noticing, you know, girthy. The value rating is a 9. There you go. That's it. That's all I have for you right now. These are the pens that I chose to rate. Let's see some final thoughts. I did buy more than 6 pens in the last six plus months. Reason I say that is because 11 of them were Jinhao pens. 2 were duds, got returned and replaced. That left me with 9 pens. 5 were excellent, absolutely excellent. They're still in regular use. The majority of the pens in this review, I can say, I got my value out of them. I over the time that I've used them, and I still enjoy using them, definitely the value was high. To me, that's what matters. Now, I'm not giving up on Pelikan pens. Nope, I am not. There's another 1 or 2. There's actually 1 right now that I'm eyeing. So Pelikan will still be in my future. I'm not giving up on them. You know what? Let me know what you think about this pen evaluation, this review, I should say, this review of inks, this review of pens after the fact, after usage. Let me know what you think about it. I know it's not for everybody, but it does help me properly evaluate my pen purchases and whether a pen is kind of living up to what initially drew me to it. It's not foolproof, I know that, but it helps me. It has helped me since I started using it with future purchases. You know what? Leave a comment to the answer to this question. Do you think about the value you inherently place on pens in your collection? Have you thought about that at all? Leave a comment and let me know if that's something you think about. In the whole scheme of things, does value as concerns your pens matter to you at all? That's what I want to know. You tell that this subject fascinates me. Anyway, I am signing off right now. See you in the next video. Bye. Remember, I want you to remember